Hello everybody. Alright, finally back on track. I'm going to put the timing chain on this thing. There's a tensioner that goes under these two bolts. So after I get this chain on, I'm going to want the slack on this side where the tensioner is going to go. But most cars, not all, so you're going to want to look in your book, in your service manual. Normally when you put the chain on, can you see that little dent in the crank gear right there? And there's a dot, corresponding dot on the camshaft gear. And generally when you've put the chain on, you want those two dots to line up with each other. And if you held a ruler or something to it, it would make a line through the center line of the crankshaft, through that dot, and then through the center line of the camshaft. So it's supposed to make a perfect straight line. So now that you know what it looks like close up, and now that's not always the case. Some are. I'm spitting on the on the camera. I can see my. Never mind. That's not always the case. So you're going to want to check your book. But that's how this one is supposed to be set up. Is these two dots line up with each other when I put the chain on. This flip camera is pretty good, but I sure do miss my old Sony. It just stopped reading the memory stick one day, and I tried another memory stick and still no good. Hopefully I'm not too bad in the way. Obviously you can't stretch a chain up over the teeth of these gears. So you kind of have to at least remove one of them. Generally it's the cam gear that you'd take off. Alright, now the cam gear is not going on to match the keyway. Which way do I want it to turn? I want it to go that way, which I'm probably going to be too soft when I do that. Yep. So, back off again. So normally you have the gear on the camshaft pulled out a little bit, and completely pull the camshaft gear off. Did I do that? I did the wrong way, didn't I? Yes, because I need it to go that way now. And let me see if I can turn this. Oh. Should have had this lined up better before I did this. I'm going to take it off again. Oh, I'm so close. I want to try that cam. Okay, it looks like it should be. Ah, there. I want the slack to be on this side. There. That's on. Now, not all of them are set up this way. This one has a a locking washer that after you tighten up the nut that holds it on, you'll bend a side of the washer over to keep the nut from backing off. I'm trying not to be in the way of the camera. I'm sorry if I am. This better still be in frame. I'm not doing this a second time. And how tight do I normally put it? Here's a real scientific method for you. Oh, let some of your buddies see this. Okay, now I need to bend over one of these ends. This side's already been bent over once, so I think I'm going to turn it around so I can bend over a different side. Okay, there, timing chain's on. I'll put the tensioner on later. They're actually, when I took the old tensioner apart, it came apart and a spring shot across the room, and I haven't found the spring yet. And I know better than that. I know they're under spring pressure usually. Some of them work off of oil pressure, but usually it's spring pressure. And I thought I had a hold of it, and I was oily and greasy, and it shot off over there. And of course, I had a few four-letter words to say, but that's it. After I get the tensioner on, if I can find the spring, next thing we'll do is put the front cover on. Thanks for watching.